They killed, give me Isaiah 14 and 21. They did the same thing to my people. So you said that they put millions of my people. Yes, you said so. Should a murderer go to jail for murdering? Absolutely. Should a thief go to jail when he steals? Absolutely. Should a robber pay back the money he robbed? Absolutely. So why shouldn't the white man pay for what he did? That's right. That's right.
I'm in a hell of a hole, was never expected to grow. Just obstacles set in the road, that a result of me selling my soul. The story I'm telling is cold, but yet it's what everyone knows. The white man's the devil is known. America was never our home. Only a place of captivity, safe facility, hating, disfigure me. They claim that I'm lazy, be killing me. Maybe this slavery draining my energy. 400 years and counting. The trail of my tears is countless. Main fact that I'm here is astounding, but I can't wait till this shit is surrounded. Ready to tangle my king and the angels, be ready to rap. Crack in the sky, nuclear missiles will make it official. I'm capturing every cracker surviving. Put them all in chains where they need to be. Slavery for me. And let the whole world see that with them in the cage and safer in the streets. Put the dog on a leash. Get resolved for the beast. 144, get the ruler show, we could all be at peace. As soon as the trumpets are sound, your kingdom we busting it down. The only way justice is found, the time for your judgment is now. Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog. Ain't no remorse in my blood slim. It won't be no compromise. Now it's time to feed the worms. Watch his body turn to flies. I clutch iron while you trust the lies. The next Glock I buy gon' be Gen 5. Get it customized. And sending shots off like farewell. Praying payback come back around like a carousel. Still remember your Honda's words ringing in my head like bells. Said you in this body, you fit the Lord, fuck the cartel. Triangle choke, apply pressure to the game like I did Von Dale. Payback's a bitch in a dress, she a bombshell. Revenge is served cold, I just hope they make an oxtail. Glock fresh out the box, I swear it got that new car smell. Made myself a target in the world of mad shooters. Devils design fire for our babies to pass through. And the day of our king's reign, I'll be overzealous. They bought my jealous, I bought brand new parabellums. Do you see just how it feels? Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog. Payback is a dog. Dog is a dog.
I believe in the truth. The truth made me a man. And I raised my son in Israelite customs. I gave him scriptures, but I told him not to teach. He finds an Israelite group, not one West. Starts going to classes with them, and they're staying out late, and I didn't protest. 2 months ago, they tried taking him to their camp spot. They make him buy strong drink, and they try to make him teach. Respectfully, he declined, and he kept his honor. so they beat him like an animal. When I went to the hospital, his nose is broken. His jaw is wired shut. He couldn't even weep through the pain. But I wept. Why did I weep? Because he's the future of my house. A dutiful son. And I will never believe in the truth again. So I go to the Purple Police like a good Israelite. Because these are the men I was bringing to counsel. And they tell me there's nothing they can do because he's an unrepentant Israelite. An unrepentant Israelite. They got raised up that very day. And I stand in the congregation like a fool. So I told my rib for justice. We go to the Isupk under Commanding General Yahan.
So why do you go to them first and don't come to me?
What do you want from me? Tell me anything. Just do what I beg you to do.
What is that? That I cannot do.
I'll give you anything you ask.
We've known each other for many years, and it's the first time you came to me for counsel or help. Can't remember the last time you invited us to your house for a feast day, even though my wife made your son's last Passover call. Let's be real, you never wanted my friendship, and you were afraid to be One West.
I wasn't ready to put on all black.
I understand. But you found peace in the world. And you made money, good money, bought a house, and you went to the fake Israelite group and thought you didn't need us. But now you come to me saying, the bar, give me justice. But you don't even ask for respect or my friendship. You don't even think to call me captain. Instead, you come to the school on a Sabbath day and ask me to unalive for money.
I asked for justice.
That's not justice. Your son is still alive.
Make them suffer then, as he suffers. How much should I pay you?
Ben Israel, why do you disrespect me? Don't you know that if you would have came into the school a lot sooner, that the Lord would have destroyed those men that harmed your son? You would have been honorable, man. Your enemies would have been the Lord's enemies, and they would have feared you.
Be my teacher. Captain.
That's the why. There will be no violence. But if you want to be a trooper, make sure you start wearing all black. That's boots, pants, headband, or scarf. And make sure you pay your tithe.
Come.
All right? So, also, make sure that you come to the Lord's 55th annual Passover by the Isupk. That's in Durham, North Carolina. $200 an adult. Kids are free. All right? With that, Shalom.
All right, Shalom Israel, Shalom, Yahweh Shemi Shabbat Thumb to the brothers, Yahweh Shemar Latam Bashim Yahweh Shai to the sisters. Isupk, the Israelite School, Universal Practical Knowledge, established in 1969, 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York. We're led by Commander General Yana, kicking off the Saturday Sabbath service class. So with that, Mariam. All right, so like we can say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. So I'm Mayim, which means stand. We'll pan Yakodam, turn to face the east. This is the Lord's Prayer. You can find it in Matthew, chapter 6, verses 9 through 13. Abanawa. Shabbat Shemayim.
Shabbat Shemayim.
Kodash.
Kodash.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Shemka.
Shemka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Malakwithka.
Malakwithka.
Taba'ah.
Taba'ah.
Ratazaka.
Ratazaka.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Ba'ratazah.
Barataza.
Kawa.
Kawa.
Hayah.
Hayah.
Bashemayim.
Bashemayim.
Latanlanaw.
Latanlanaw.
Lakam.
Lakam.
Kol.
Call.
Yawam.
Yawam.
Wasalaklanaw.
Wasalaklanaw.
Kawawathnaw.
Kabawathnaw.
Kasalaknaw.
Kasalaknaw.
Kawawathinaw.
Kabawathinaw.
Wala'ah.
Wala'ah.
Tabayanaw.
Tabayanaw.
Banasawam.
Banasai Warren.
Abal.
The ball.
Hawashanaw.
Hawashanaw.
Mayan.
Mayan.
Rai.
Rai.
Kaya.
Kaya.
Laka.
Laka.
Hamalakwa.
Hamalakwa.
Waha'ala.
Waha'ala.
Wahatha Parat.
Wahata Parah.
Lawalamyu.
Walawalanya.
Aman.
Aman. It's like, sir.
You got it.
In English. Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done.
In earth as it is. Oh, slack it. In earth as it is in heaven.
In earth as it is in heaven.
Give us this day our daily bread.
Give us this day our daily bread.
And forgive us our
And
debts.
forgive us our debts.
As we forgive our debtors.
As we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not into temptation.
And lead us not into temptation.
But deliver us from evil.
But deliver us from evil.
For thine is the
For
kingdom.
thine is the kingdom.
And the power.
And the power.
And the glory.
And the glory.
Forever.
Forever.
So be it.
So be it. Prayer for the Hakak, the power in Hebrew. Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai.
Babu Kashah.
Baba Kashah.
Nathanaw.
Nathanaw. Hakak.
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 La Rapa'ah.
La Rapa'ah.
Call Makalah.
Ka Makala.
Wakal Marawa.
Wakal Marawa.
Hakak.
Hakak.
La Tahar.
La Tahar.
Hatamaz. Hamatazarayim.
Ha Matazariah.
Hakak.
Hakak.
La Hakwiyum.
La Hakwil.
Hamathium.
Hamathia.
Hakak.
Hakak.
Al Rakawat.
Al Rakawah.
Hatama'ala.
Hatama'ala.
Lagarshan.
Lagarshan.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Wadaman.
The water Aman. In English. Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of Yahweh
In the name
Shai.
of Yahweh Shai.
Please give us the power.
Please give us the power.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
The power to heal all manner of sickness.
And all manner of disease.
And all manner of disease.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to cleanse the lepers.
The power to raise the dead.
The power to raise the dead.
The power against unclean spirits.
The power against unclean spirits.
To cast them out.
To cast them out.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
In the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you, so be it.
Thank you, so be it. Prayer for the power structure in Hebrew. Barakatah Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Mayaka'ala.
Wa Mayaka'ala.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Matazab Ya'ah.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha'alawapyum.
Ha'alawapyum.
Hasaranyum.
Hasaranyum.
Hakwatazayanyum.
Hakwatazayanyum.
Hakayayalyum.
Hakayayalyum.
Wahakwathyum.
Wahakwathim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Wadaman.
The water Aman. In English. Bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahweh
And
Shai.
Yahweh Shai.
and Michael, and the angels, Commanding General Yohana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh in the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Pray to bless Israel in the Hebrew. Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Barak Lanawa.
Wayashala.
Wahabaya.
Saparium. Ba'Shem Yahushua.
Tawada Aman. This is the blessing, right? Yeah. In English, Yahweh. In the name of Yahushua. Bless us and Israel. And the school. In the name of Yahushua. Thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Asha'ah.
Ayanya.
Al-Haharium. Ma'ayan. Yaba'ah.
Azari. Ma'ain.
Yahau.
Aisha.
Shamayam. Wa'arataza. Al-Yathan. Lamawat.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Hannah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Yashan.
Shawamar.
Yashala.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Tazolka. Al-Yad.
Yamyaka.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Wa'arak.
Walayala. Yahweh.
Yashamarka. Makal Rai. Yashamar.
Athnapashka. Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Tazaathka.
Wabawaka.
Ma'itha.
Wa'ai.
I will. In English, I will lift up mine eyes into the hills. From whence cometh my help? My help cometh from Yahweh. Which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. He that keepeth, behold. He that keepeth Yasharala shall neither slumber nor sleep. So, Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out, and thy coming in. From this time forth, and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim. Al-Damiyah
Adam Yad Lakat.
Al-Thacharash.
Wa'al-Tashakwat. All.
Kayahana.
Awabika.
Yahama Yawan.
Ra'ash. Al-Amaka.
Ya'irayamu.
Sawada.
Wayatha. Ya'itazawa.
Al-Tazapawanyaka.
Amaru. Lakawa.
Wanakakyadam.
Magoya. Wala
Ayazakar. Shamyashal. Awada. Kaya.
No what Itazawa.
Laba.
Yakhadwa.
Alika. Barya.
Yakarathwa.
Ahalia.
Adawam. Why Yashamai Alayam.
Mawa'aba.
Wahagarium. Gabal. Wa'amawan.
Wa'amalak.
Palashat. I'm Yashabi.
Tazawar.
Gam Ashawar.
Nalawa.
Imam.
Hayawa. Zarwai.
Labanya Lawat.
Salah.
Aisha Laham.
Kamadi.
Kasaya Sara'ah.
Kayabi.
Banakal.
Koyashwan.
Nashamaru. Ba'ayan the Ar. Ayawa. Daman.
Ladam. Shayathamu.
Nadaya Mawa.
Kaira.
Wakaza'aba.
Wakaza'ala.
Wakazabak.
Wakazabak.
Wakatazal Manai.
Wakatazal Manai.
Call Nasai Kamwa.
Call Nasai Kamwa.
Ashar.
Ashar.
Amarwa.
Amarwa.
Naya Rashad.
Naya Rashad.
Lanawa.
Lanawa.
Nawa.
Nawa.
Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Alahaya.
Alahaya.
Shayathamwa.
Shayathamwa.
Kagalgala.
Kagalgala.
Kakwash.
Kakwash.
Lapanya Rawaka.
Lapanya Rawakwa.
Kaash.
Kaash.
Saba Ira Yaira.
Tabaira Yaira.
Wakalahaba.
Wakalahaba.
Talahat.
Talahat.
Harayam.
Harayam.
Khan Tharadapma.
Khan Tharadapma.
Basa Irika.
Basa Irika.
Wabasa Wapathka.
Wabasa Rapathka.
Tabalaham.
Tabalaham.
Mala'a.
Wat Mala'ah.
Panyaham.
Panyaham.
Kuala
Kuala One.
Wayabakwashwa.
Wayabakwasha.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yabashwa.
Yabashwa.
Wayabahalwa.
Wayabahal.
Adia I.
Idea I.
Wayakaparwa.
Wayakhabarwa.
Wayabarwa.
Wayabarwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Wayadaiwa.
Kayatha.
Kayatha.
Shamka.
Shamka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Labarka.
Labat.
Aliwan.
Ayawan.
Al.
Al.
Call.
Call.
Harataza.
Harataza. In English, keep not thy silence.
Keep not thy silence.
O Yahweh.
O Yahweh.
Hold not thy peace.
Hold not thy peace.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
And be not still, O Yahweh.
For lo, thine enemies make a tumult.
Thine enemies make a tumult.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
And they that hate thee have lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel.
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people.
Against thy people.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
And consulted against thy hidden ones.
They have said.
They have said.
Come.
Come.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
And let us cut them off from being a nation.
That the name of Yasha'Allah.
The name of Yasha'Allah.
May be in no more remembrance.
May be no more in remembrance.
For they have consulted together.
For they have consulted together.
With one consent.
With one consent.
They are confederate against thee.
They are confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom.
The tabernacles of Edom.
And the Ishmaelites.
And the Ishmaelites.
Of Moab.
Of Moab.
And the Hagarenes.
And the Hagarenes.
Gabal and Ammon.
Gabal and Ammon.
And Amalek.
And Amalek.
The Philistines.
The Philistines.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
With the inhabitants of Tyre.
Assur also joined with them.
Assur also joined with them.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah.
Salah.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
Do unto them as unto the Midianites.
As to Sisera.
As to Sisera.
As to Jabin.
As to Jabin.
At the brook of Kishon.
At the brook of Kishon.
Which perished at Endor.
Which perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the earth.
They became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
Make their nobles like Oreb.
And like Zeed.
And like Zeed.
Yea.
Yea.
All their princes as Zabak.
All their princes as Zabak.
And as Zalmunna.
And as Zalmunna.
Who say. Let us take to ourselves.
Let us take to ourselves.
The houses of Yahweh in possession.
The houses of Yahweh in possession.
O my power.
O my power.
Make them like a wheel.
Make them like a wheel.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the stubble before the wind.
As the fire burneth the wood.
As the fire burneth the wood.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
So persecute them with thy tempest.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
And make them afraid with thy storm.
Fill their faces with shame.
Fill their faces with shame.
And it's like that they may seek thy name.
That they may seek thy name.
O Lord.
O Lord.
Let them be confounded and troubled.
Let them be confounded and troubled.
Forever.
Forever.
Yea.
Yea.
Let them be put to shame and perish.
Let them be put to shame and perish.
That men may know that thou.
That men may know that thou.
Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Whose name alone is Yahweh.
Art the most high over all the earth.
Art the most high over all the earth. It's off to the front.
It's like.
Is this the top? This is right here. So that was the top. I'm sure. And Salaki, I did forget to pour you up a wine. Since you're going to be our initial reader, you'll have the honors.
It's been a long time coming.
Been waiting for this moment.
scoot this out.
If you need to, are you gonna swap chairs?
Okay.
Yabashim Shabakata.
Yabashim Shabakata.
It's out to the front. La Yashala.
La Yashala.
Get rid of it. Love it. I know. Alright, Yashabian, be seated. Alright. Good on camera.
I mean, it is not centered.
Is that the camera or
it's the camera?
Yeah, it's like you fix it. You didn't notice this before?
No, I noticed that as we stood up.
A little bit more. I can live with that. Right there. Now we just tilted though.
Yeah, that's the thing. I don't know what it is, but it's always tilted, just slightly.
It's noticeable.
It's noticeable.
Yeah. I don't know if there's any way to really adjust that right now.
Okay. No. Did you want the light on?
No. Oh, that thing is so annoying. Just shining, just black.
Right there. Got it.
All right, let's get this party started. Isupk Milwaukee Sabbath service. We are in Genesis 16. We're going to be reading in the Hebrew. Before we get to all that, listen, man. It's the Lord's 55th annual Passover, about to pop off April 20th in Durham, North Carolina. Go to isupk.com, pay that $200 Passover fee for adults 17 and older. Get it in ahead of time too, and that's going to give you access to all the other events and the different setups, like all the different venues that we got planned up for that week. You know, they'll give you free access. If you got to pay at the door at the Passover, you're gonna miss out on that. You know what I'm saying? So pay in advance. Get your hotels ready. Get your Airbnbs ready. Get your travel arrangements set. You know, make sure that you take appropriate time off of work ahead of time, so that you ain't got to come back to not having the slavery. As rough as that sounds, like we're doing all this in the midst of hell. So we got the Lord's 55th annual Passover coming up, man. We got Purim right around the corner too. February 22nd at sundown Thursday to Friday at sundown February 23rd. You know what I'm saying? So we got Purim happening. So get in contact with the school near you. Stay in touch with the billboards at the physical schools. isupk.com. They'll always have the events updated. So I mean, it's important to keep in contact. Watch out for any changes, any updates, so that you are just aware. So we are going to be reading in the Hebrew. And then breaking it down in English. So whenever you are ready, you're gonna go off that. So I'm gonna use this one.
Okay.
So whenever you are ready, what you need to do?
Okay, and I was just saying it's a lot brighter and I could make it.
No, I dig it. So whenever you're ready, let them know where you at. Kick it off, man.
Okay, we're in the book of Genesis, chapter 16, verse 1. You know what I'm saying?
So you comfortable doing 8 verses?
If I have to.
So we'll break it up 8 next, since we only got 16 to go through.
Okay. Is that what Sharia?
Yeah.
A Shah? I don't know. Nope. A Shah. Abram.
Abaram.
Abaram. It's like
Throwing my own little flavor in there. You know what I'm saying? Got a little salt to it.
Listen, don't let me stop you from shining, man. Don't let me stop you.
It's been a while since I actually had to get up and read it for the people.
You got it.
That's la'ah. Man, I said that's la'ah. La'ah. Yalad. Or is that?
Yalada.
Yalada. Lawa. Wallah.
Lawa.
So that's Lawa and then Wallah.
Oh, I didn't. Yeah, it's like I thought you was getting that backwards. No, you got it. Yeah.
That is a bit
Lawa
confusing
and
right
then
there.
Wallah. Yeah.
What's that? Is that me or you?
Okay.
Okay. It's like.
You good.
Is that Shabbat? No.
Close. Shout out to Shapato out there and killing on that clubhouse venue too.
God.
Yeah, holding it down, man. Shapat and Cat make a hell of a team on Clubhouse. Out there in Houston, Texas, man.
That can't be her.
That could be a ch. That could be a ch, and then that could be a ha.
Yeah. What path? What? Okay. What pa? Okay. What pa? Ha?
So wapaka.
Right. Okay. Wapaka.
Because like a lot of times at the end of the word, if it ends with that ha, it's
Just
kind of just silent. It's like a breath at the end of it. It's
okay.
It's more so for the written language versus the oral text. Or that's kind of contradictory. When you're speaking it, no, she did a damn good job. When you're speaking it, that kind of drops off.
Okay.
When you're reading it though and you're writing it, that gets added in, and then, gives it a different purpose and whatnot. But
kind of.
a lot of times that ha at the end gets kind of kicked off at the end anyway. That's normally just like a breath at the end of the word.
Oh, okay. So wapaka. Oh. Mataza Riyah. Mataza Riyah.
So the ma is going to be a prefix. The root word is going to be the tazaria.
Matazariyath.
There you go.
You gotta sit there and argue with your brain for a couple minutes.
It helps.
Washama.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Habar? Hagar. That's new. Two.
Two what?
This is the second verse.
There you go, verse 2.
Oh, verse 2. What would that be? Would it still be?
You would just say ba.
Oh, okay.
So like we're gonna get into counting pretty soon in the Hebrew. So like there is a word for 2, just the way that they're like numbering it in the Hebrew. They just use the alphabetical kind of
Okay.
alphabetical sequence.
Okay. I get it. I see it now. That's crazy. So,
because like if you notice, right here, how it starts.
Right.
So, Taza. So this is saying like chapter 16. That's what that's connotating. So the yeah for the verse 1. Like so connotated for chapter 16, Taza. So now we've got that character Taza. And then we've got the combination right here of Ta and Za.
Right. I know I heard it. So. Okay. So we so is that what the more?
Watha'amar.
Watha'amar. Sharia. Ath. Oh. I don't know why I said Ath. Ain't the truth. Yeah, these just took the hat off when you came in. Oh. Is that April?
Yep.
Abram. Abaram. Is that Hana? Na'ah? Hana, Na'ah. That Tazar Naya.
So you're identifying, yeah. So to smooth it out, Tazaranya.
Tazaranya. So again, so at the end, the ya is always gonna be a ya, or
yeah, the ya's always gonna get pronounced.
Okay.
The ya's always gonna get pronounced.
So the connectors is the Tazar.
If anything, I'd say the connectors is between the ra and the na. Tazaran.
Right. Okay.
Tazaran. Yeah.
Okay.
So if I were to write that on the board. And again, in the serum, we don't normally have the connectors on there, but just
Okay. That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. All right. Yahweh. Maladah. Ba'ah. Na'ah. All. Didn't we just do this one?
something similar. We did Shapaka.
Right, Shapaka. It's the.
Yep.
Shapakathia. There you go. A warrior. Abana. Mama Na.
Yep.
Mama Na. Waya Shemai.
Now, what is that word? I know you're familiar with it.
I know Shemai means to be quiet.
Yeah, listen. More so listen.
Right, yeah, kind of. Yeah. I use it a lot.
which definitely connotates being quiet because you can't listen and talk at the same time.
Right.
So,
do we need to take the? I don't know.
No, we can leave them up in there, but that should definitely get straightened out. It's a little funky. What I want us to do, like I tried putting some tape in there to try to fit it in a little bit harder, but I think what we might have to do is take some wax or some of that putty stuff. Just to get them stuck in there. So I just don't want none that's gonna be like hard as hell to get back out when we gotta clean it. Like the wax, we can get that out relatively easy.
Right. But yeah, so I know Shemai, and I wanted to learn. I know the general said Shaquat a couple times since I've been in the school. Gosh. And that was to a brother that was being really unruly in the class. I still don't know what it means, but I'm like, dang, that word right there makes it. Anybody hear it, shut the heck up. You know what I'm saying?
I think I've heard Jonathan Thumb have to whip that out. Pause.
I was about to say, somebody out there getting their behind toe up, ain't they? In trouble. It's gonna be trouble. Trouble. It's like, well, yeah, Shemai. Abram.
Yep.
Ooh. LaQuah.
This is actually, so it's got a prefix on it, but that's his name.
I was just about to say, LaQuah.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
That's that nigga.
Sharia. Verse 3. All right.
I believe that was hearkened.
What is that? Quakra?
So Wathaquak.
Wathaquak. That's what I can say.
Well, good.
So, sir, is Saria, is that Sarah?
Sarai. So before her name was changed to Sarah, it was Sarai.
Okay.
So just like we're still saying Abram, because his name wasn't changed yet to Abraham.
Okay.
In the Hebrew, so like between the English and the Hebrew in these cases, it's so close. So like a lot. There's so many words that we know in modern English that are Hebrew words.
Oh.
Michael. Mayaka'ala. That's Michael.
Okay.
Raphael. Rapayala. Just Raphael. It's a normal kind of Gabriel. Gabaryala. So Sarah. I believe later on you're going to see it as Sarah. Abraham. Abraham. So like you can see how close those are phonetically between the English and the Hebrew.
Okay.
I like they got a little lazy.
Kind of just the bastardization, but the watering down, bastardization of our culture and the watering down, the whitewashing of it.
Right.
Because you got all these heathens with our names.
Yes.
With our names, the names of our angels.
It's like, if I may, like, you know, they got that Halloween movie. It's called Halloween. The dude's name is Michael.
Right.
Like, are you serious? And most of the Caucasian females is out there by the name of Sarah.
A whole lot of them.
I know 6 Sarahs.
Deborahs, Rebeccas.
Mm-hmm.
They're all Leahs.
They
Marys.
And the thing is, brothers don't even call Rebecca by Rebecca.
Becky.
They call her Becky.
Yeah.
And then they sexualize the name Becky as well, which is crazy. Like, they have all our Hebrew, like, almost. You know what I'm saying? The similarities it's uncanny, and it's astounding to see. I mean, astonishing to see that these people are able to take what was ours and make it their own.
And I mean, they were able to do it such easy nowadays because of their victories in the past.
Right. But let us sit there and go ahead and start saying, like, calling out or crying out and sitting there complaining about the fact that they did this. They got a problem with it. Like, I had a person sit there and tell me, I was playing a game and he looked me up on Facebook and seen our classes. And he was like, how you going to sit there and preach that about the Bible? You're going to preach hate. There's no hate in the Bible. I had to cut this man, you know what I'm saying?
Justice be scaring people, man. And that's that Edomite guilt that they carrying around because they know that what they did was so wrong that if they were to get overthrown, like the punishment that's gonna befall them is gonna be rough because they're gonna sow what they reap.
Right.
Or they get that back, they're gonna reap what they sow. Yeah, same shit. They are going to be in severe turmoil because of what they did. They dug a grave for their children. Yeah. That's all the hell they did. They dug a deficit that they are not willing and able to pay back. Okay. Because you at any time right now you could restore the pledge. You could make things right. Right. But you got to free Palestine and you got to fund Israel and you got to hook up Ukraine and to hell with Milwaukee, to hell with Chicago and Detroit
and Flint. You know what I'm saying? Especially Flint.
You could just start listing them off.
All right.
You could just start listing them off.
And it's mad crazy too, because our people, instead of us sitting there listening and paying attention and actually fighting and getting angry for what's happening to our people, we want to go with them and go free Palestine and
stop the violence.
Kneel for them and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I'm all for stop the violence. The way that this is gonna work, when Yahushua come back and crack that whip, Ukraine's gonna get sat down in one corner. Russia's gonna get sat down in another corner. They're gonna be on timeout. Mm-hmm. All their toys are gonna be taken away from them, and we're gonna be playing the quiet game. Same thing with Palestine and them Israelis. They're gonna get separated. They're gonna get told to shut up, go to your room, clean your room, and don't come out until we say so. They're gonna be on punishment. They're gonna be on punishment. And that's what the world needs. Because you want to talk about stop the violence, world peace. That's how we get it. Because none of them are just going to back down. And then after one of them overthrows the other, you still got the next tough guy on the block.
Right.
They're not gonna just come together in one big melting pot. They got too much pride amongst themselves. And that's just their nature, is contention and adversity and going against the grain and prioritizing their own lusts and their own wants versus the greater good. Because again, they could have solved all these problems a long time ago. It didn't have to be like this. It really didn't. They made a certain choice. They took crafty counsel
against our hidden ones.
They consulted against our hidden ones. Mm-hmm. They said, "Come and let us cut them off from being a nation." That the name of Yahshua may be no more in remembrance.
Right.
Because we are meant to be the authority, that moral compass, that to help set that foundation, man. But let's jump back into this. You want to make a point real quick?
Con. I was about to say, and to tie it all together, the sad part is they put it in things like in movies and shows, and then when people are starting to react to it, they get scared. You know what I'm saying? I brought it up in class on Wednesday. Programming. Right. We brought that up in Thursday class, but in Wednesday class, I went over Orlando, how he got fired from the show American Gods because it was like what he was saying had so much sense, and it was causing distress amongst the blacks and Hispanic and Native Americans in different countries and stuff.
I'm glad that shit got clipped because, I mean, he played a weird character. I mean, I've only seen it a little bit, but I don't know.
But some of the stuff that he was saying did make sense, and it was towards the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Like when he was on the ship, and he was telling them that they ain't going to be going over there to be free. They're going over there to be slaves.
And didn't he get them to overthrow the ship or something?
I believe so after that.
Right, something like that.
And got fired for it. I was like, dang, that's crazy.
Babe, shout out to this show, bro, man. ZQ, Officer 5000, ZQ in Milwaukee, his Rib Dynamics, some excellent show, bro. Shout out to them brothers and sisters that putting in that extra for and even though this is what's required anyway, but taking that initiative and putting in that extra bit of work to give us something fresh, so we ain't got to rely on franchise food departments to to make something not only proper for the Sabbath services, but that ain't just junk. This ain't no a little Debbie snack cake. You know what I'm saying? Like, she actually took some time and fresh apples cut up in it. I mean, excellent. Let's get back to it.
Okay. We all right. We in verse 2.
About you, yeah. So you were at Abram. 3. You were at Abram in verse 2, and then La Kowal, and then Sharia. All right, so yeah, verse 3.
Okay.
You said Wathaquak.
Right, Wathaquak. Sharia. Ashath. Abiram. Hagar. Hamatazariah. Shapach. No, Shapakath. Kath? Is that Kath? Shapakatha. Okay. Is that Makwatazah? Makwatazah. Ashar. Shanyam. Is that La Shabbat?
Mm-hmm.
La Shabbat.
You ain't got to second guess yourself so much. You're doing great.
Okay. I just want to make sure I get this shit right.
You got it.
Abiram. Is that Ba'ar Tazah? Ba'aratazah. See, that's why I said yes myself so down. It's like I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna get it. Trust and believe. That's Kanai. No.
Mm-hmm. Just smooth it out. You know what that is in English? Canaan.
Oh.
So now try to pronounce that with that. Now I'll try to pronounce it again in Hebrew. Smooth it out.
Kanina.
Canine.
Kanine. Okay. Ayin is Ayin. Okay. Is that Wathathon? Wathathon. Atha. La Abram.
La Abaram.
La Abaram. So wait, why is this one different from Abram right here?
It ain't. They both pronounce the same. So so that's just a prefix on it. Right?
Oh,
so
okay.
now I'm just talking about like something to Abram.
Oh.
La Yashala.
La
Abaram.
La Abaram. Okay.
Because if you read in the English real quick, that's verse 3. Smash. All right, and gave to her husband Abram. So talking about giving something to Abram.
Okay. Ayesha. Lawa. La Asha. What is that? It's we in verse 4. Wayaba. All. Hagar. Hathar. Is that Hathar? Hathahar?
Not Hathar.
Hatahar?
It's not Hatha.
Hathar?
It's not Hatha. It's not her.
Oh.
There you go. There you go.
I
heard it click. You got it?
Wathar.
Yeah, it really.
Sahar?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, in this case, that high would have been noticed.
God. Wathahar. Is that Wathra? Wathra. Kaya. Haratha. Okay, that makes sense too. So, Wathaqal. Gabartha.
Yeah, just give me the 8.
Kind. Shlacking. That's is that
Bayanya.
Okay, Bayanya. Slide here. Watha Amar. Verse 5. Watha Amar. Shariah. All. Abram. Abarum. Slovakia, I keep getting that one messed up. And these dang on little dots and dashes and
they don't mean shit.
It's a little confusing.
They don't mean shit to us.
Right, it don't mean shit. It's Slovakia. Excuse the language. Don't want to get canceled for that.
We'll find another reason, but yeah, let's not give them any.
Right.
Hey, cool. When he gets done with verse 8, you're going to be coming up after that. So, Chamasia.
I was just about to say that's a sorry. Chamasia. Slaggy. I'm trying to make sure I got that right. That's a K at the end. Okay.
You ain't got to explain it to me.
So that's Al-Yak. Al-Yaka. We say that a lot too, don't we?
We do.
Al-Yaka. Ankaya. Anakia. Nathia. Nathathia. Slovakia. Okay. Pach. Thea. Shapa. Chath. Shapakathia.
Shapakathia. Yeah.
Shapakathia.
Very close.
Ba. Bach. Yeah. Corn. Quark. Is that Bach? Yeah. Quark.
Bakaya kuka. Bakaya kuka.
Bakaya kukwa.
Kuka.
Kwaka. Watharia. Wathra. But Kaya. Haratha. Wa ayala. No. Waqual. What a qual. Yunya. Yunya. Is that Pasa?
Where are you?
This one right here. Yashapat?
Yeah.
That's a two.
That's a two. It's not a su.
That is a tough.
That is a tough in real life.
That's crazy.
In real life, it's
like
that's that brother down there in Texas, man. You're Chapat.
God.
Yeah. Cold blooded. Used to be an easy one.
Yahweh.
There we go.
Bayunya. What is that? Yun Yak? Wabayunyaka. So at the end, this would be just ka, like
Usually more than probably like most times that's gonna get fully pronounced.
So is it because it's extended? Or is it...
No, because it's at the end of the word. It takes on that form.
So why is it extended if it's going to be the same way either way it go?
The form of the character has nothing to do with the pronunciation.
Oh, okay.
It's just its placement. So in the beginning, let me see this. In the beginning or in the middle of a word, that ka is going to take on a different form. It's going to be, I just had it right here.
Right. That's what was confusing.
Yeah. You know so in the beginning or in the middle of a word, you're going to see that. At the end, you're going to see that. That's just why they did it. Still got to do some research on that. But the same thing with the na, same thing with the ma, same thing with the pa, with taza. Because at the end of the word, they take on a different form. It has nothing to do with the pronunciation, though. Doesn't affect it at all.
What kind? Verse 6. Waya Amar. Abraham. Al. Sharia. Hana. Is that Shapataka? Shapakathaka. But Yadka. Aisha, yeah. What is that? Laha.
Yeah, very rarely does that H normally get pronounced.
Right. Hatawa.
Mm-hmm. What's that word mean?
Good.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Started reading silent. But
because in this case, that's gonna be pleaseth.
So ba'ayan yaka. Ba'ayan yaka. So would that be a baha or a ba? A wa? The I.
There's no bar in there. It's like
Sorry, he said ha to wa. The ha is adjective. It's
yeah, that's a prefix. So yeah, so tawab is that root word.
Yeah, root word. What it be so good? What it says? It's something good, right? It ain't just word.
It is something good, but at the same time, it doesn't have to it's not strictly used just for good. Okay. So like if you look in the English, the way that they had translated it, it's gonna say in verse 6, as it pleaseth thee.
Okay.
So when they say ha tawab, it's pleaseth.
Okay.
As it pleaseth.
As it pleaseth.
Yeah. It's used for that.
Okay.
And we'll see it in the that's one good thing about the Blue Letter Bible. It kind of gives that interlinear, well, not interlinear, but I mean it does provide that as well, but it'll help break it down kind of line by line so you can see, because like the phrase that they use in English is as it pleaseth thee. But what we had used in the Hebrew for those 4 words to make that sentence kind of complete, to make sense in English, we just said ha tawab. Yeah. Like it was good, it pleased it, it was good. It's all good.
Off the door. I do stand corrected. Slagia, sir. That is not a ka. That is Dwada. That is Wath. Wathayana. Sharia. Wath Barak. Wathabarak. Mapunyaha. Mapunya.
I think that would have been a Mapunya. I think that does get pronounced.
Mapunyaha. I mean, that does sound a lot more better than Mapunya.
Because I know, like, you know, when you got Yah, and you'll see that ha hanging off the end of it when they get pronounced together. So I mean that does occur. Just I don't think in this case that's the inference. Because it's not talking about, you ain't talking about nothing with the Most High. Whereas a lot of times let's wrap these last 2 out.
Okay, another one. Verse 7. Well, yeah. Okay. Well, you're mine.
It's not
Oh. Taza. Yum. I taza. No, there's no I. Ma taza a.
Ma taza a.
Malaka. Yahweh. Al. Ayun. Hamayum.
Reading some court papers over there. Okay. Get that all folded up, huh?
We in class, sir. Pay attention.
So I love this brother.
God. Hold on, I gotta find my spot. There we go.
You want some of your show, bro?
Yeah, I was about to one of them. You know what I'm saying? After I'm done. After.
Word.
We'll get reward. You know what I'm saying?
You tell me.
Bamada bar.
Mm-hmm.
Ow. Ayun. Is that by the run? No, by the rock.
Yep. Did you see it at the end with that long tail?
Right.
But it's got a wider profile than the knot. There's a word before that you just read.
Right.
With the knot at the end. And again, that looks like the dot.
Right.
Just taller. But it's got that wider profile versus that thinner profile with the knot.
Right. The brother out there in Oregon,
He lied to you. What do you say?
The Rock. That's his name.
The K?
The Rock with a K.
Okay, brother.
Officer The Rock. Shawar. Shawar. Like Ashawar. Shawar. Yeah. Verse 8. Wa Amar. Hagar. Shapakata. Sharia. Ayah. What's that one? That's a Zup.
I don't see none.
Isn't that a Zup?
I don't see it.
Right here?
I'm looking at it.
But it's the same. It's
you sure?
Kind.
You positive.
See, look. It's right there.
Uh-huh.
That's a Zup. It's a Zup.
I was looking at a completely different word, my fault. Throwing you under the bus.
I was like, yo, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's good. That's just a good job.
So, Mazah, Ba'ath, Wa'ana, Thalakia, Thalakaya, Dalyuka? No? Dalkaya. Dalkaya.
Thalakia.
I had it right the first time.
Are you sure?
I had to go over it like 5 times. My brain was like, no, that's not the right way.
It happens. Trick yourself into it.
Kind of. Wath Amar. Is that Mapunya?
Mm-hmm.
Sharia. Gabarathia.
There you go.
Gabarathia. That's Anakya. Anakia. Anakia. There is enough. Barkath. Barkath.
Finish strong.
Is that Barkath? Barkath.
Like you mean it.
Barkath.
There we go. Clap it up for the brother.
Good name.
Every Friday, we got the Hebrew Laswan Dash classes, where we go over the Holy Tongue, the Hebrew language. Help get you prepared for Sabbath service when you got to come up and read, man.
It's like,
And your brother did an excellent job. It's important to be able to identify the characters at the very least, and then we can smooth it out from there. We can always work on that. It's important to get everybody acclimated to at least identifying the characters and its pronunciation. So now we're gonna go over into the English with these 8 verses, and we're gonna break it down.
if I may, sir.
Good.
It's a lot easier reading it in your head than it is to read it aloud.
It really is. Once you gotta like actually make sounds,
Like
it throws a little wrench in it.
For
Go well.
It's a lot of make sure that's only because it sounds funny too. We don't know, we forgot it, so we can pronounce it in our head, but to say it out loud, it sounds funny.
right.
Watch me try to read Spanish. It's hilarious.
Yeah.
It is
Can
hilarious.
you read it?
Hell no.
Oh.
It's choppy as hell. There are some words that are kind of familiar. Like once you notice that you're familiar with it. Like if I were to read now I'll put myself on the spot. Now I can't think of none.
I know there's one that my homie taught me because I was trying to pick up a girl, but he was like tricking me into saying something different.
It's bogus.
I told him I was like, "Hey, tell me how to tell a woman that she's beautiful." Right? Man, this man had me go up there and tell her I was gay.
Yeah, don't trust your friends. Don't trust your friends. Don't do it.
Don't.
So, like, can you understand it?
Few things, very few things. But then, like, the different dialects between, like, the different countries in South America and Central America, their Spanish is different.
Like,
They've got a homegrown, they've got a homegrown kind of thing to it.
Like
where
us,
it's,
students, like our English and white.
very, very similar to that effect. Because their Spanish is not the same as that formal Spanish that they speaking out there in Spain.
Right. They
So
call
it's
it
different.
slang. They call Puerto Ricans slang Spanish.
Yeah, very, very much so. From what I heard, I don't know enough about it, but like you say certain words, I'll be able to catch that, but it's gonna be rough, man.
Solamente hablo español.
I heard a couple of them.
You all hablo español poquito.
Basura. Poquito para los basura, muy basura. Muy basura. Type shit.
You look Spanish though. You can pass one.
Listen, they used to always have to sit there and mess around and guess what the hell I was. like some of the slaveries that I worked at, some of the plantations, like what breed is this one over here?
So, like, if I met a lady at work, I had my shield on, and I thought she was Puerto Rican. She's a native though. She said, "I'm a native, but I was raised as a foster. I was gonna learn about my heritage." I said, "We all the same people. Come to class."
Right.
You know, she looking for real. Like, yeah.
It's like, if I may.
Good.
I've noticed that. I sit there and be like, "Yo, we got free classes."
Free.
What? Free.
Free.
It's like they're astonished at the fact that it's free. Like, what you mean? What's the catch? Is this about the Bible? That's what I say. Is this about the Bible?
You know what I'm saying? And we're not going to pass the collection, play it out at the end of the day.
Right.
But, you know, if we're doing something, if we're trying to do something, we be like, listen, like, you know, we trying to kick it. We trying to go grab something to eat. You know, who got 5 on it? Now, if you ain't got no money on it, listen, you ain't going to starve with us. You going to eat with us still. Just we might be breaking up, you know, a 6-piece, you know, wing set versus 4 people instead of possibly being able to have, you know, 12 pieces. You know, but like this is something that brothers had struggled with over the years, holding on to the brotherhood, holding on to the sanctity of this truth, holding up the integrity of this, man. We've had to do things like that. That kind of went up at the same time, rank.
God, it's like it. 2 points. It's like, if I may, like, I don't understand, like, why brothers and sisters out there in the world are willing to stay in the world. You know what I'm saying? Speaking on brotherhood, you know what I'm saying? I know I say that a lot. But out there in the world, if you show up in your friend group and you ain't got the money to cover food, they will sit there and eat in front of you and not care about it.
I've been there.
I've had somebody do that to me.
Yeah, like,
and I'm sitting there like, why would you bring me out? You know dang well I don't have any kind of money. Why am I out here? And then I got to the point where, hey, yo, man, we about to go and hit this place. You want to go with us? Nah, I'm good. I'm going to stay in the house. I got some chores I got to take care of. No, I got a couple of appointments. You know what I'm saying? There's no brotherhood in the world. Only by coming into the truth, that's when you experience true brotherhood. You know what I'm saying?
And it's something that, go ahead.
I'm not. I was finished, sir.
You got another point?
The other point is, again, you gotta determine who your true friends are. You know what I'm saying? Them people out there in the world, they sit there and call themselves your friend. But again, like I experienced, they didn't want me to shine. They didn't. Had me go up there and tell that woman I was a joto. This is what I said, and she laughed at me. And I'm sitting there in my sincerity, like, I'm trying to get your name and number, and you don't speak no lick of English.
It's horrible, man. It's horrible.
So she had to have her friend translate to me in English.
What you just said to her?
What I just said to her.
Yeah, it's no bueno.
I was like, oh, that's crazy. So now I'm talking to the friend to tell her, like, look, I think you're beautiful, and I was just trying to get to know you. But the language barrier, I'm trying to get over that if you could teach me. She said something completely different to her friend. Because right afterwards, she looked at me like she was disgusted with me. And then I later found out one of the key words was culo.
Oh, yeah, so she ran with that.
Yeah.
It's, this is what I'm saying. It's, we got trust issues. And it's understandable that we do got trust issues as a people. It's what we're working on here. Cool.
So like I said, a lot of our trust issues also come from financial, monetary gains.
Oh, yeah.
So you saying you priests not in this for the money. Y'all don't pass class around. No money involved. Just free classes.
Right.
Come learn. Okay. This is something to all.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right.
And then when we talk about ties and camp fees and shit like that, it puts somebody on edge because they don't understand. They've never been a part of an organization that's trying to rebuild its people.
Right.
Yeah.
That's true, but Salaki, in the world, we found out in class they gave $800 billion to these fake pastors with no problem.
Yeah.
So the truth, you can't give a couple dollars to help keep. You don't get no funding. The government will help you.
Cause we ain't in a suit and tie.
Right.
But we are natural apparel.
Yeah. We look exactly how we look to them.
You can make this at home, though.
Yeah.
No money.
Cool.
Like I was gonna say, to them, we look like niggas fixing savages.
That's it.
We
gotta watch that language.
We can't say that.
TikTok sensitive.
We look like ghetto people.
We look a little rough. And that's what the world needs. That's what them little boys need, man. That's what them young girls need to see. They need to see men,
right,
in order to respect them.
And it's like you said, if I may, another thing that I wanted to say is when you sit there and tell them that it's free classes and stuff, they look at you like what's your agenda? Look, I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I'm not a Christian. I'm not any of these other people that's sitting there knocking on your door talking about, hey, do you believe in your Lord and Savior Jesus Christ in a suit and tie? No, I see you on the street, and you sat there and spoke to me first. You know what I'm saying? And you recognize what I got on, like, oh man, I like that. Here's a card. Or if I'm sitting there and getting a ride to somewhere and we sitting there talking about it, I'm gonna give you a card. I'm not the type of person to come knock on your. Hey man, let me tell you, Christ is a black man. Right. Go ahead and worship the. I can't say that. Worship the black God. You know what I'm saying? Because that's who we worship.
And then when we talk about the free classes, they almost look at it like, all right, what's wrong with it? Why are you giving it away for free?
Right.
They almost want to
free
pay for it to make it feel more valuable to them.
Right.
But again, we just trying to get some of that stress off people's shoulders, man. Like we already financially constrained. What you want to biscuit?
If I could, sir.
You got it, player.
I ain't want to cut you off.
There you go. Believe me, you did, but for that, it's all good. It's all good.
One more thing, so I've been studying, sir. So I'm kind of, I've been studying. I want to show off a little bit. I'm just
you ready to teach? You ready to teach?
Not teach. I've been studying Hebrew language.
Oh, all right. So you ready to go?
I'm just. I've been.
Oh shit! Let's get through the English. Let's get through the English.
Think you can do that whole 8?
I'm about to see. About to see. We only got, roughly half hour. So let's get through this English real quick. We'll set the brother up for success.
For success. I've been trying.
For success. I want you to show off. I want you to shine.
The book of Genesis, chapter 16, verse 1.
Yeah.
Now Sarai. I'm still in Hebrew.
You got it.
Abram's wife bare him no children, and she had in the handmaid an Egyptian whose name was Hagar.
So now we about to see where Sarai's priorities were. Okay?
Verse 2. And Sarai said unto Abram, behold, now the Lord hath restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go in unto my maid.
What? What'd she pray?
Go in unto my maid.
She prayed for what?
Go in unto my maid.
Good, nice, man. She cared about that brother's seed, man. She wanted to make sure that Abram could sprout. She wasn't able to conceive at that point. And she feeling some type of way. And I don't want none of our sisters to take that as a reproach, like unto themselves, and come down on themselves for that. But what this sister did was, again, showing priority. Her priority was for the consideration of her husband's line. She wanted to make sure that this brother was able to follow the Most High's one of his first. What was one of the Most High's first orders given to mankind? You went up first?
To go forth and prosper. No. Procreate. No.
Yeah.
Be fruitful.
And
multiply.
Be fruitful and multiply. She wanted to make sure that Abram could do such a thing. She wasn't able to. So she said, hey, I got old girl. Now, interracial marriage is unlawful. And it became more important during the Israelites' time. When we were noticing a lot more of the effects of that interracial marriage and how that affected our family structures in our communities. But again, this wasn't Abram trying to go off to go get an Egyptian wife. This was just a handmaid that Sarai had, that she had offered up, that she suggested it was her idea. It was a great idea. Women are brilliant. Women are geniuses. And again, her priorities show where her heart was. She wanted to see her husband's seed, her husband's line continue, because she was not able to bear a child at that point. So I mean that's brotherhood right there, man. That's sisterhood right there. Well,
so you saying she wanted him to be happy, even though it wasn't with her?
Yeah. That's
real happy.
Yeah, she was focused on that man. Okay. That was her priority, to make sure that man, because I mean, it's so important for a man to procreate, to keep your family going, so that we can see each other again down the line. Because this is how we get rebirth back into the earth. It's that life cycle. Plants do it, animals do it, people do it too. It's that circle of life. Birth and regeneration. Or I should say birth, death, regeneration. They knew this. And we're because we hadn't gone, Isaac ain't even here yet, so we hadn't gone through that direct scripture where it talks about reincarnation. and proves everybody is stupid. But it's showing the integrity of Sarai and her duty to her husband. She couldn't reproduce at this point. She's like, hey, I got an old girl, go make you some sons. Go make you some sons so that your line can live. Because it's ethnically, it doesn't matter what the mother is to determine what the son is going to be or what the daughter is going to be. That is dependent on that man. Whether y'all like it or not, that's just biology. All right, so keep going.
Okay, I don't want that. Slide in. 1 second.
I pray they go into my maid.
Okay, now.
All right. Slide.
It may be that I may obtain children by her.
So it's like she'd be a mother to them children too, though. She wouldn't look at them weird. Like she knows that that's her husband's seed. That's her husband's babies. She gonna be part of that too. You
Right.
going?
And Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarai.
He agreed with it. He listened to that one. Good.
So that's just like this time we live in today. They have a surrogate mother.
Surrogate mother, yeah.
But same
Yeah,
thing.
essentially.
Probably where they got it from.
Probably, yeah. Having somebody get pregnant on your behalf. Yeah. Good.
Verse 3. And Sarai, Abram's wife, took Hagar, her maid, the Egyptian, after Abram had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband Abram to be his wife.
That's just showing the timeline. Keep going.
Verse 4. And he went in unto Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her eyes.
So now, her being the mom, there's an existential connection between a child and their parents.
Right.
It's something that it's a bond that is not ignored. Like you can't overlook that. So now Hagar is feeling that ting of, well, I can't just give this kid up to her. Like, this is my kid now. She went through the labor of it. So now she's not digging the situation. She's not liking the idea. Keep going.
Verse 5. And Sarai said unto Abram, my wrong be upon thee. I have given my maid into thy bosom. And when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised in her eyes. The Lord judge between me and thee.
So again, that's a natural reaction that Hagar would have had, having a child. And if the intention was for her to give her up, or give her child up, that's not an easy thing for any mother to do. At least, especially back then. I mean, for the most part, our women, abortions wasn't a thing.
Right.
What's the word? Infanticide, which is baby homicide, baby unaliving. Infanticide, that was a thing, because the male rulers being threatened by the possible male heirs, wanting to get rid of them. So that was a thing, but our women just willingly, aborting their children, that wasn't the move. Right. Even with other cultures that just wasn't a thing like that. So now again, Hagar is she's holding on to a kid, and again, it's understandable. Keep going. Good.
It's a lot here, if I may. So instead of her looking at the situation like, I am this woman's handmaiden. My kid, if it was raised by them, would have a better life than I had. Instead of her thinking of it like that, she thought of it like, why I gotta give up what's mine?
Again, there's that connection. There's
right.
there's that deep, like, I don't know how to say it. Just, I ain't no woman, so I can't. Maybe I'm just bad at articulating that that feeling of, you know, bearing the child, holding the child for 9 months, nurturing it and all that, breastfeeding, whatever, you know, giving birth to life. Like, I can only imagine how emotional of a roller coaster that could be. I've seen them during the pregnancy and how, you know, their emotions are just jumping all over the place, and how much they care for, you know, what's going on in their womb. So I mean, it's a natural thing. It's understandable for Hagar to not want to just give up her kid now after going through that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's like, if I may.
Good.
What else I wanted to ask was, even though she's her handmaiden, wouldn't she see her child every day?
Yeah, but then she just wouldn't have the authority.
Oh, so she wouldn't be able, like, would the kid know that that's his mother or her mother? Possibly,
but then that might just get negated, because it's like, all right, yeah, that's your mom, but like, I'm your mom because that's my husband, and she was just my handmaid. So Hagar would have gotten deprioritized.
So would she be considered as a concubine?
No, because this was not gotten through war.
Oh.
This would have been considered his wife.
Right. I mean, so you got the first wife.
Because, all right, so now if we go back up to verse 3, and gave her to her husband Abram to be his wife. So this, instead of just being her handmaid now, this would have been her wife. But Sarai wanted to be the priority in raising that kid. So not just a surrogate mother, like she was like, you know, imagine, you know, like the surrogate mother normally doesn't have any more involvement with the child after it's been born.
Oh.
They might visit or some shit like that. Like they might have that conversation, like, you know, as the kid is growing up, they might explain to him, like, you know, listen, you know, I couldn't conceive a child, but we had this other woman. So I mean, you were born in her womb. It was my egg and his sperm, and we put you inside her oven and let that bake, and now we got you. So at the end, you know, when that baby comes forth, you know, we didn't have intravenous or artificial insemination back then.
Right.
So they had to do it the old school way. So that brings that deeper connection with that child and that mom. Just Sarai wanted this to that, all right, you give me the kid and then you step out pretty much, and then I'm gonna take care of everything. And Hagar was like no, I don't like that. That's my kid. And again, they have that. The mom's got that connection with that baby. It's I don't, you know, a spiritual, emotional, in the ether. I don't know what the hell. Just there's that connection to that kid. And then that's what we're hearing about now. So it's Sarah's one to kind of nudge her out the way so that she can feel some type of motherhood and having a child. Without having conceived it. Like she wanted that experience, wasn't able to do it herself, and thought that this would have been a good way to do it. And now it's kind of backfiring on her. Keep going.
6, verse 6. But Abram said unto Sarai, I don't know why I want to say Sarai. Behold, thy maid is in thy hand. Do to her as it pleaseth thee. And when Sarai dealt hardly with her, she fled from her face.
So, I mean, Abram gave her leave to go handle that situation how she saw fit. She saw fit to chase her off, pretty much, essentially. Keep going.
So it's like, sorry, my man.
Yeah.
Where it says dealt hardly, she punished her, or
she japped out on her. She probably, it doesn't say or indicate that she like beat her or nothing like that, but she probably spazzed out. You ever seen a woman, go run her mouth to another woman that's involved with a man?
God.
Like, it can go from 0 to 200 super quick. Sarah snapped. Sarah snapped on her. That's what that is. Keep going.
7, verse 7. Verse 7. And the angel of the Lord found her by a fountain of water in the wilderness, by the fountain in thy way to Shur.
Okay.
8. And he said, Hagar, Sarai's maid, whence comest thou? And whither wilt thou go? And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress Sarai. Sarai.
All right, so read 8 again.
8.
And so the angel came unto old girl at the fountain. Keep going. It's like Shalom, Yahweh Shem Shabbat. I thought the event was going to last a lot longer.
Okay.
How was it?
You gotta see the video.
All right, that's what's up. So keep going.
Genesis 16, verse 8. And he said, Hagar, Sarai's maid, whence comest thou? And whither wilt thou go? And she said, I flee from the face of my mistress Sarai.
So again, Sarai snapped on Hagar. Hagar ran off. Now the angel is approaching Hagar with this. So now again, we talking about like some of the earlier days and times of the conceptions of our forefathers building into our line, into our nation, and some of the subsequent thralls of interpersonal relationships of polygamy going on. So again, Sarai gave Hagar up to be Abram's wife because she couldn't conceive, thinking that Hagar was just going to be the surrogate mother, and that she was just Hagar is going to get pushed aside, and then she's going to take over the motherhood for the baby. Hagar was like, nah, nigga, we ain't doing that. So I got mad at her, went to Abram. Abram's like, listen, that's your business. You deal with her. She snapped on her. Hagar ran off, and the angel came down to Hagar, and now they're having that conversation. So,
it's like, sir? If I could, you know what I'm saying? Like, imagine back in that time, our women weren't selfish. We living in a time that our women are selfish as hell. You know what I'm saying? Sarah, you know what I'm saying, gave Abraham, you know what I'm saying, her handmaid was like her, you know what I'm saying, have sex with her so you can get a child. Since I can't give you one, she can give you one. Like, imagine how, like, a woman got to be so in love with her husband and so not selfish. You know what I'm saying? Like, she's worried about his lineage. She's worried about him getting kids to further on his name. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they were living in a time of period where women, you know what I'm saying, were being women and, like, not selfish as hell. But we living in the days where, I don't want no, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, you know what I'm saying? Women, I only want a man that only wants one woman or one wife. You know what I'm saying? Imagine how, you know, selfish that you got to be. You thinking about your own self. You know what I'm saying? And most of the time, these women that wants that, a man with just one wife, she can't even give him everything because, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just Like, just weird. It's like
No, kind of. That's exactly the point that we were bringing up earlier. Her priorities were for her husband's procreation, to make sure that his seed could keep on going. So she did a very sisterly thing here, sisterly thing to the husband, and offered up another woman.
Yeah.
She had no problem with that. Now again, just that difficulty of trying to separate a woman from a child. You know, so Hagar, like, it's understandable that Hagar doesn't want to just give up the kid, you know, in her womb and all that. It's her. It's a very personal thing going on there, so it's understandable. So now, you know, Hagar got mad about that shit, and Sarai snapped on her, ran her off, and now we're about to hear about the interaction between the angel of the Lord and Hagar concerning this matter. We read, all right, so we were just verse 16, or it's like chapter 16 only had 16 verses in it, so we're just going to run these 16 down. So you read the first 8, and we're going to bring the brother up now because he wants to show off his last one for Dash skills, because he's been studying diligently. Clap it up for Kawal Shawat. Studying diligently to give him help. So, with that being said, man behind the podium, my mighty. And it's like bring another chair for the brother. You're gonna switch up. Sure you can manage. Got it. Next, brother, present thyself. No, that's for the salute. Just right now, just present your registry.
Kawal Shawat, Bun Yahada, La Yashala.
Kawal Shawat, Bun Yahada, Bun Yashala.
Kawal Shawat, Bun Yahada, Bun Yashala.
Kawal Shawat, Bun Yahawada, Bun Yashala.
Warm up.
Kind of. Sorry. Yahba Shem Al Shabrakatah.
Yahba Shem Al Shabrakatah.
Sorry, to the front.
La Yashala.
Go back.
All right, be seated. All right, so now we're going to go back into the Hebrew, read the next 8 verses. So we're in Genesis chapter 16, verse 9. You got your little sheet?
Yeah. I don't need it.
Hey,
I'm
listen.
just playing.
Do your thing, man.
Hey, you get there.
All right, show them what's up.
I think I might have to go ahead and get the smaller chair. Like
Do
Andre
what you got to do.
Like Andre the Giant amongst the midgets.
Verse 9.
Yes. Genesis chapter 16, verse 9.
There you go.
Wayamar.
Close. Well, y'all, Amar.
Wayamar.
Well, y'all, Amar.
Wayamar.
Okay.
It's a lot bigger.
Oh, yeah. Oh, this one?
Read from here. That way.
Yeah. This. Laha Ka. I'm up here, okay. Alamaka, Alamak, Alamak.
You're getting some of backwards.
Okay. Ma is the first one. Ma, mala, ka, mala, alamak. Hold on, let me say it one time. Ma, k, ala, ma, k, alamak. Ma, mala, ka. Is it kud in, right?
Malaka.
Malaka. Yeah. Yeah, how?
Yep.
I'm on the top still. I'm on the top still, right?
You're right here.
Down here.
No, this is still 9.
I don't mean.
So you're in the second line in verse 9.
You said this?
I ain't say. Yeah, I said Yahweh.
Right.
Right here.
Right. There you go.
Okay. Shobaya. Shobaya.
Again, you kind of get things backwards.
Okay,
Like I can hear you kind of pronounce it to yourself.
Sha. Wa. Ba. Yeah.
So Shawabia.
Shawabia. Okay. And then. Oh.
Yep.
Gaba. Gabara. Gabarata. Cut.
Close, just kind of smoothing it out. So the main word there is gabar. So gabar, the cut.
Gabar. So you said, okay, so you dropping the A off the R. Like it's at the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because, I mean, just because at the end doesn't always mean that it's cut off.
Okay.
Just the way that this word is structured, that root word there is gabar.
But you cut it off in the middle that time.
Yeah, because that's where it's connected between the ba and the ra.
Okay.
Whether this was at the, so if you took the thaka off it, that still would have been connected. It still would have been gabar.
Okay.
So gabar thaka.
Shit. It's a hard one. I can't say that. I can sound the myself. I go. Yeah. Ya's at the end, right? You can't drop the A.
Ya is at the end, but that's not a ka. You had the I, right? You had the wa, the ha, the tha, the I. Those are all right, but that's not a ka.
It's a no.
It is a no.
No.
And then ya.
Yeah. And I'm pronouncing the word, that's why I'm confused on that one. I can't
So
see.
wahatha, wahathainia.
Wahatha Aini. Yeah, I want that one.
Wahathainia.
There's two of them, right?
No, not back to back. There's two thug.
Yeah, two thug. And ka. Yeah, I can't pronounce it, so.
Thakha.
Say it again.
Thakha.
Okay. Thakha.
Thakha.
Yeah. Yeah, bruh. Yeah.
It's not a ra.
Say it again.
It's not a ra.
It's not a R? You saying an R?
It's not that.
No, it's a square. Okay, it's 90 degrees.
Which makes it a
Duh.
There you go.
Yeah, duh. Yeah. Yeah, duh, yeah. Huh.
In this case,
Yeah,
that, in this case, that vowel sound will drop off. You're just gonna get the consonantal. So
The breath.
yeah.
Huh.
So smooth that out.
Yeah. Duh. Huh. Yeah, duh. Huh.
Just skip it.
Yeah. Yeah. Duh. Yeah.
That's pretty much it.
That's it.
Yeah, because at the end of it, you ain't gotta go.
Okay.
So yada ya, yada ya.
Yeah, the yeah. Okay.
All right, clap it up for the brother. So his excellent lots of one to dash punctual.
I'm trying.
Get. All right, so verse 10. We are ma laha malaka Yahweh haraba araba ah zaraika wala'a Yasapal Maraba, verse 11. Wayama Laha Malaka Yahweh Hanaka Hara. Wayaladath Khan. It's like your bun. Wakwarath Shamwa. Yashamayal. Kaya. Shemai. Yahweh. Oh. Anyaka. Verse 12. Wahawa. Yaha. Para. Adam. Yadwa. Bakal. Wayad. Kal. Bawa. Wa'il. Punya. Kal. Achiwa. It's like Achiwa. Yashakan. Verse 13. Watakwara. Sham. Yahweh. Hadabal. Aliyaha. Atha. All. Raya. Kaya. Amara. Hazam. Or it's like Hagam. Halam. Rayathya. Acharia. Ra'aya. 14. Verse 14. Io. It's like a cup. Select it. Verse 14. Io. Come. Quara. La Baal. Baal. La Chaya. Raya. Hana. Bayan. Kodash. Wabiyan. Barad. Verse 15. So like Baradah. Verse 15. Wathalat. Hagar. La Baram. Ban. Phones on mute, please. Phones on mute. All phones on mute, please. La Baram. Ban. Wayakwara. Abaram. Sham. Banwa. Ashar. Yalada. Hagar. Yashmael. Verse 16. Baram. Ban. Shemaniyam. Shana. Washash. Shanayam. Baladath. Hagar. Ath. Yashmael. La Abaram. And that's the end of those verses. We're going to read it back into the English. So whenever you're ready, let them know where you're at. Genesis chapter 16, verse 9. Let's rock through this. We overtime.
Genesis chapter 16, verse 9. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, return to thy mistress.
He said, go back.
And submit.
Back. Oh, good.
And submit thyself under her hands.
Go ahead and get going back. I know she was mean to you. I know she said some unkind things and ran you off. But go back.
Verse 10. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, I will multiply thy seed exceedingly, that it shall not be numbered for a multitude.
Listen, you're gonna have a big family. Go ahead.
And 11. Verse 11. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, behold, thou art with child, and shall bear a son, and shall call his name Ishmael, because the Lord hath heard thy affliction.
You know, he heard your cries, and he's gonna make you an abundant nation, as a result. Good.
Verse 12. And he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him. And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren.
All right, so like in the Middle East, like if you were to look at now, all the Arabs, they know that they can trace their lineage back to Ishmael. Everybody knows that. They are well aware of their descendancy. And when you describe them as a wild man, that is very accurate. And they dwell in the midst of all their brothers. So I mean, they in the Middle East, you got all these different nations around them. They are damn near in the mix of everybody else. So the prophetic nature and the historical descriptions of the people that are recorded in the Bible, we can see it being lived out today. Keep going.
Verse 13. And he shall call the name of the Lord that spake unto her, Thou God seest me, for she said, Have also here looked after him that seeth me.
Just the way that you read that was a little choppy.
Okay.
And she called the name of the Lord that spake unto her, Thou God seest me, for she said, Have I also here looked after him that seeth me. I think that's talking about as if she had also looked at him that she. And she called the name of the Lord that spake unto her. And talking about how God sees her. But she said, Have I also here looked after him that sees me? So I think it's talking about her kind of firsthand now witnessing the Most High in that interaction. It's talking about that God sees me. So I have to get clarification on 13. It's like, keep going.
Verse 14. Wherefore the well was called Beer Lahara. Behold, it was between Kadesh and Bered. Verse 15. And Hagar bare Abram a son. And Abram called his son's name, which Hagar bare, Ishmael. Verse 16. And Abram was 66 years old. Salakia. And Abraham was 66 years old when Hagar bare Ishmael to Abram.
So it's 86, Kalef.
I was just about to say, like, was he like 86 or something like that?
Like this one score is 20 years, so multiply that by 4. So now again, we're just going into hearing the story about how Ishmael was conceived, the problem between Hagar and Sarai. You know, if Sarai, you know, later on we're going to hear about that story, and we're going to compare these two also, as far as the conception of Isaac and Ishmael, because Ishmael wasn't exactly necessary, but again, Sarai, she meant good by it. She meant good by it, but you know, there's that natural kind of confliction between women. So with that, we're gonna end the Sabbath service. We're gonna throw up the curses. So with that, man, of Israel, and Madu. This part goes up. Find Yakudam, turn to face the east.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
Blessed are you, Yahweh.
King of heaven and earth.
King of heaven and earth.
And all things living.
And all things living.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
The name of Yahweh Shai.
And the name of Yahweh Shai.
Listen to us now.
Listen to us now.
Right now.
Right now.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
Punishment and destruction.
Punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
That speak against us.
That speak against us.
Thy prophets.
Thy prophets.
The teachers.
The teachers.
The princes.
The princes.
The priests.
The priests.
The Israelite brothers.
The Israelite brothers.
And the school.
And the school.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
Punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the heathen.
To the heathen.
And shake loose.
And shake loose.
The treasure of the rich of Israel.
The treasure of the rich of Israel.
That refuse to give to the school.
That refuse to give to the school.
Force their riches.
Force their riches.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
To enter into thy sanctuary.
Send evils and curses.
Send evils and curses.
Punishment and destruction.
And punishment and destruction.
To the Edomites.
To the Edomites.
Nations.
And the nation.
Their drug dealers.
Their drug dealers.
The court system.
The court system.
Prison system.
Prison system.
Planned Parenthood.
Planned Parenthood.
All the governments of our enemies.
All the governments of our enemies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Amalek synagogues and armies.
Roman Catholic Church.
Roman Catholic Church.
Pope.
The Pope.
Islam.
Christianity.
Egyptology. Militia. Ku Klux Klan. Aryan Nation.
Skinheads.
Hospital
The gay movement.
Lesbian movement.
Lesbian movement.
Spies.
Workers
of witchcraft.
Workers of witchcraft.
NASA space program.
NASA space program.
Army. Navy. Air Force.
Marines.
Wall Street. Open up the internet.
Open up the internet.
And the airways.
And the airways.
Cable access channel.
The cable access channel.
Radio channel.
The radio channel.
Convict the spirit.
Convict the spirit
of any of thy people.
Of any of thy people.
That seek to stop us.
That seek to stop us.
And bring swift destruction.
And bring swift destruction.
To all the heathen.
To all the heathen.
That stand in the way.
That stand in the way.
That try to stop us.
Try to stop us.
From broadcasting your word.
From broadcasting your word.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Throughout the planet Earth.
Let loose all the plague.
Let loose all the plague.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Cause them to go to and fro.
Through the earth and consume them.
Through the earth and consume them.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief.
Let the plague shake the house of the thief.
And the murderer.
And the murderer.
And Yahushua.
And Yahushua.
Michael and Gabriel.
Michael and Gabriel.
Come down with the flying saucers.
Come down with the flying saucers.
Punish all the heathens.
Punish all the heathens.
That come up against us.
That come up against us.
As we speak thy word.
As we speak thy word.
Cause it to be known by all.
Cause it to be known by all.
It's the angels that have done it.
That is the angels that have done it.
Cause it to be spread through the media.
Cause it to be spread through the media.
Throughout the whole world.
Throughout the whole world.
Cause it to shake it thy coming.
Cause it to shake it thy coming.
In the name of Yahushua.
In the name of Yahushua.
Thank you always.
Thank you always. So be it.
So be it.
So be it.
South the front. Turn the Kala. Salute the star.
Yaba Shimei Shabrak. Yeah.
Talking to me.
Yaba Shibia Shabrak. Yeah.
Some over. Everybody else can line up, right order, salute the star.
Yeah, Bashim Shabrak. Yeah.
You ain't going?
I've already saluted. I was up there. Up there.
Yahba Shema Shabrak, yeah.
Yahba Shema Shabrak, yeah. Well, you good. You good. You already did.
All right. That concludes Sabbath service.